There are different dependency types that you may want to take advantage of when you're creating dependencies between your tasks in your project plan. Open up Task Dependencies number 2 in order to work with this particular function. What we're going to do is we're going to take a look at a specific task itself, and then we're going to explore some of the different task dependency types that we can work with, and we're also going to look at lags and lead times. So let's select the row number 3, defining the purpose of the site mission statement, and double-click to open up the task dialog box here. Make sure we got the predecessors tab selected, and in this way, this is the final way that you could add predecessors or dependencies within your tasks. This is especially important if you don't want to use the default type of task that we're working with and if you wanted to establish lag or lead times. What you do is you select the highlighted cell and you identify the ID number of the task that is the predecessor of the task that you're working in. So here we have task number 2 or task number 3 in our line, defining the purpose of the site or mission statement. That needs to be preceded by the task immediately above it, identifying the target audience. That particular task's ID number is found in the far left column. Its ID number is 2. So you simply type in the ID number of the task that is the predecessor of that and click the checkbox to solidify that in there. It goes and grabs the task name so that you can identify that you have selected the correct task, and it defaults to a finish to start dependency. This is the most common. This means that task 3 cannot begin until task 2 is completed. But there are also different types of dependencies that you can work with. You can also identify it as a start to start dependency. And this means that the successor or this particular task can't begin until the predecessor starts. So they'll start together. You can have a finish-to-finish dependency so that this particular task that we're working in can't finish until the predecessor's task finishes. So in this case, both are ending at the same time. And the final kind of dependency you can have is a start-to-finish. So you can see that you have any kind of type of dependency that you can choose from. So we're going to stay with the common one of finish-to-start. You can also identify a lag time here. Now it says lag time, but you can also put your lead times in here. And this is what you're working in if you want to put a space between the two tasks in case you're not quite sure that the estimate that you have is accurate. So you're giving yourself a buffer, either enough time so that you can begin the task and have it end at the same time, or one where it's going to give you a little bit of extra time to get the job done. So lag times extend the line between the two tasks that indicate the dependency is longer than usual, and this is identified by putting a positive number in the lag field. So you want to identify it by 4 hours or 4 days, and it will extend the amount of time that you have to do this particular task. Lead time, on the other hand, identifies it as a negative value in this, so it's going to begin a little bit earlier. It's going to give you a head start on the next task so that you make sure that you have enough time worked in here so that you complete the tasks within the amount of time that you have given yourself the window for. You want to create lags or leads using the predecessor tabs in here because it's the easiest way to work with them. If we add this in and we click OK, you're going to notice that there's a little bit of a change here in the way that the icon is identifying it here on the Gantt chart, and it also identifies here in your predecessor link the lags that you have included in the dependencies for this particular task. Next, we're going to take a look at how we can view and delete dependencies when we have them created within our project plan.